Mhm. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Magic Rootwork of Love and Prosperity. I'm Aunt Rosalind, and welcome back. This reading is going to be about something that, something that so many ask about is no communication. What is the other person thinking? Because there's no communication. And I just want you to know that I'm not judging you at all. I'm here to help. And I know it can be so frustrating when you have these feelings for someone and you're not in communication, especially with so many of us who feel that it's a twin flame or soulmate and they don't have this communication that they want. So I'm here to provide some help and some insight with that, okay? If you think you would like a personal private read, I'm going to adjust this camera just for a second. If you feel you would like a personal private read, you can click on the information below. Also, I wanted to just let you all know, all of you goddesses and masculine, you beautiful people watching, if you do plan to have a reading and you would like a live read, please let me know what your time zone is and how we can go about that live read. I'm open to doing phone, Facebook Messenger, Skype, etc. Okay, so let's go ahead and align to some of these energies. There's a lot of people right now that are they're in long distance romances. You know, they meet online. That is a very common way to meet people right now is online. You know, not just ones that you may meet when you're out with your friends or, someone is trying to connect the two of you. Oftentimes it's with someone who you met online. And what happens is you're not sure if that person just stops speaking to you. You may not be sure of what actually happened, what actually occurred. And that can be very disconcerting. That can be so frustrating not to know what the other person has on their mind, especially when I'm hearing so much about twin flames and soulmates, because that is a theme, that it could be a runner chaser situation. So let's go ahead and get the energy of the first person. So the one who's watching, okay? Let's go ahead and get your energy because you're the one who tuned in and you're the one watching. So I want to ask now, spirits of highest light, highest divine universal love and light and truth, to please help us to know and see the energy of the person who is watching right now. So you could be person A, okay? What is the energy now? Tell us in the highest good. Show us in the highest good. Give us information on the person who's watching right now. Wow, a couple of them flew out. Okay. Okay, let's start with these. We have positive movement forward. So with positive movement forward, you definitely felt that there was some ray of light here. This person may have brought some sunshine, some happiness to your heart. Maybe they were giving you some really good feelings and you had something positive to think of. Even when you were at work during the day, you might have been thinking of them and having really good thoughts about what you would do together when you met. Triumph. Okay, so this is showing that even though you've had some kind of adversity with this person in the past, possibly you had an argument in the past, possibly there was a breakup before, you still felt that you would triumph because you always came back together. They never ghosted you before. Heart chakra. So this person really does mean a lot to you, okay, because I can see it with the positive movement forward. They brought some sunshine to your life. And then we have the heart chakra. So definitely they gave you a lot of loving energy. Okay, so let's go further here. Triumph, heart chakra, positive movement forward. And then we have conflict and defeat. So there's some kind of conflict that occurred, definitely. There was something, it feels like for conflict and defeat to show up during the reading of no communication. They must have felt, that maybe there was a conflict, some kind of confrontation. So with this energy being here, I wonder, was it you? Did you bring up something that they felt was really confrontational? Was there some kind of argument that happened between the two of you and they felt like, well, it's so much easier to avoid this conflict and defeat? Possibly you might have been feeling that they were to blame for the lack of communication before they, cut communication. Possibly that's what was happening. I'm also hearing, because I am clairaudient and I do talk to spirit during my readings, I'm hearing there was a secret that came out. Okay, that's something else that I'm hearing. And here we have destiny. So you see the way her hands are linked there on her heart? It feels like this was something destined to take place and that it did affect your heart. I feel also you should not blame yourself. I'm getting that message very clearly. Do not blame yourself, because what happened was destined to happen. So even if you brought up some kind of question, it still does not mean that that was the whole and complete reason why, they did that to you, okay? So let's go to the next set of cards to find out more about you, the person who's watching, and how you're feeling about everything too. Spirits of light and truth, can you tell us more about the person watching? Tell us more about how they're feeling, what they're experiencing right now with this whole situation. Show us what's going on here with the person who's watching, person A. What's happening right now? What is their energy? What's happening here? I'm really concerned about you healing from this. I really am. What's happening here? Guys in the highest light, what's going on here with the no communication with person A who's watching? What's happening with you? Oh, wow. I just heard that someone's married. That's what I heard. Okay, someone's married. Okay, wow. That is enough to end communication, definitely. Okay. So on the bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Swords in reverse, okay? Not 100% sure if this is your energy. If this is your energy, maybe there was something to do with, you hiding information. Maybe it's something that came out that you didn't really want it to come out, okay? Seven of Swords, that's an energy kind of wanting something to be hidden, and that's in reverse. The Nine of Swords in reverse. So you've been experiencing a lot of anxiety, sleepless nights, feeling like somehow you couldn't get over this, and now it's starting to come to an end. Okay, so I feel like with Nine of Swords in reverse and Seven of Swords in reverse, it's almost like there was some kind of secret, some kind of drama. You didn't really want the other person to pick up on everything, or possibly the two of you together had some secrets, and you were having excessive amounts of anxiety, not able to sleep, not able to think, and it's coming to an end because things are starting to come out more in the open for you. Okay, that's what I'm getting from that. The Eight of Wands in reverse. So this is showing that there's no communication. Okay, there's no communication. Nothing is moving forward with the communication, and it feels like things are just kind of blocked, you know. Knight of Pentacles. So this means that you've been waiting. Okay, you've been waiting. It feels like you've been waiting for a long time for this to finally happen, this communication or this meeting, if you two are online and possibly the other person lives in another location. We've got the Page of Wands in reverse. So there's something stalled. Okay, the energy is stalled here with you. It's like something could happen, but with these cards in the reverse, it just seems that it's just not happening, okay? The Knight of Swords in reverse. So there's a lot of communication that came to a halt, okay? Now, with Knight of Swords in reverse, there could be some communication coming in, but it's not going to look the same as what may have been originally intended. Knight of Swords in the upright, possibly the two of you were having social media drama. There was gossip going on. Maybe there were other people, you know, butting into this who really shouldn't have been butting into this, you know. Some kind of drama could have been occurring, okay? So let's go over to his energy or her energy, the other person, okay? The cross watcher, person B, okay? I can't say necessarily if this is, you know, male or female because I don't know. So all I can do is go by the energies, okay? Wow, these cards are really popping. Okay. Well, it's the devil. So let's go ahead and keep that up there, okay? That's kind of a powerful card going into the other person's energy. Universal love, light, and truth. Spirits of love, light, and truth. Can you please tell us about the other person, person B, the cross watcher? Tell us about person B, the cross watcher. Tell us in the highest good what we should know. What are they thinking and feeling here? Tell us in the highest good. What are they thinking and feeling here? What are they thinking and feeling, person B, the cross watcher here? Okay, let's see here. Okay, are they both in? No, one's upright. We've got the Three of Swords in reverse. So possibly the cross watcher, which is person B, possibly they're thinking that, you know, and I really get this feeling strongly, they felt they were going to stab you in the heart because they were hiding some kind of third party or some kind of issue they didn't really want you to know about. It feels like they didn't want to hurt you. Okay, so instead, they started to slow down with any kind of communication. That's what they were thinking. This is the Three of Swords in reverse. Okay, then we have the Six of Pentacles, which means that they really wanted to be fair with you. They wanted to be fair with the amount of communication, with how they were treating you, with how you felt. They didn't want you to feel that they were still communicating but not doing it fairly. Okay. I'm going to start from the, okay, the Hermit. Okay, so this person, 100% with the Hermit, it's very clear that they wanted to be left alone. I'm getting Spirit really clearly stating they wanted time. They wanted this time. Okay, they wanted to nest in their own energy. They wanted to be left alone. So I'm not sure if that's stemming from the argument, you know, that we were seeing with the defeat card. Here we have Temperance in reverse. So this person could be a Sagittarius, but more so they're someone who is not balanced. They don't have the balance there. They don't feel balanced. And that's what this card is all about. It's in the reverse. So it feels like they're lonely. It feels like they're going through something where they backed away very deliberately because they did not want to hurt you. They didn't want to bring you into this imbalance. The King of Swords here. This is telling a huge story for person B because they cut you out specifically. This was a decision they made. They made this decision. They drew their sword. They made a decision to cut you out on the communication. So it was not an accident. It's not just that they're working a lot. They deliberately did this. The Empress. Okay, this is really it's getting a little bit deep, okay? The energy of the Empress here. And then the Devil, and we had the Three of Swords here. So possibly with some, there is someone who could have a baby on the way. They could be expecting. This person could have decided very, very much that they didn't want to hurt you if they have someone who is expecting a child or if they already have children. Okay, so it's bringing in that whole third element of another party or another energy involved. Page of Swords in reverse. So this is the communication that you're just not getting. Okay, you're just not going to get this communication. So let's get a couple of oracle cards because it just feels like this person is so you know, they're so done and they're so decided and they're very clearly involved in other things in their life where they feel like they just couldn't continue. Do you see what I'm saying? They felt like they just couldn't continue here. Let's get some oracle cards. Is there anything else, spirits of light and truth, that you'd like to share about person B? What's going on with their energy? Is there anything else going forward that should be known about their energy, about their thoughts, about no communication? Is there anything else going forward? Okay, let's see, it's this top one. Okay, patience. Okay, patience. So possibly they're trying to manifest and grow some things in their life. They're waiting themselves. They're waiting on other things in their life to take place. They're waiting on something to grow that could link back to a baby. Okay. It could be something that they're waiting on. Was it something in particular, you know, that called for their energy, their time, and their patience? They're putting it into something. Okay. So we've got the Empress. Okay, there's the pregnant Empress, and we've got the patience card about waiting for something to grow. So I'm not sure for all of you, but that's kind of a large conclusion there. That's a lot going on when you see the Empress with pregnancy and then the patience card waiting for something to grow. So I'm not sure individually what's happening. Oh, look at the next card, fertility. So some of you were ghosted with no communication because there's a baby on the way. There's either a marriage, there's children, or there's a baby on the way, or they're definitely growing and, you know, manifesting this relationship with this other person. Okay. That's really truly what it looks like. I mean, that's really huge to see all three of those cards together. Do you see what I'm saying? There's all three together, the Empress, patience, and fertility. That looks very distinctly like this person has a family, they have children, or there's one on the way. So in many cases, there may not be that exact issue, but with this, it's almost undeniable. Okay. So I hope I was able to give you some clarity, even though you may not be specifically wanting to hear this part of it. I mean, that's pretty profound, even for me to see that. However, it may give you some clarity about why they stopped, why they cut communication. Okay. So I want to wish you a beautiful rest of your day. If you would like a personal private reading, my information is in the box below. I also, I'm going to start including a link there below where you'll know exactly how to get in touch with me for a phone session or, you know, an actual live session. Okay. So I hope you all have a beautiful solstice that's coming up. The full moon in Cancer is coming up. So it's a lot of things for you to look forward to for 2019. I'll talk to you all soon. Okay. Bye-bye.